Hi everyone. So guys, you have to excuse what I'm wearing because when I do flowers, I like to be really comfortable. So I got some old ratty pants on and an old ratty t-shirt. So tonight we're going to be doing a kind of a Victorian bird cage, and I'm going to be using all sorts of flowers. And I'm going to show you guys the flowers in a second. But this is a really nice bird cage. I got it at Michael's. The top opens from up here. Oops, wait a minute. You can't see nothing, can you? Let me show you. Okay, here we go. It opens from the top like this. And so it's meant to have something in it and not be opened. So that's what we're going to try to do tonight. We're going to put some stuff in the center of it, and we're going to close it up, and then we're going to decorate the outside. So like I said, I got this birdhouse from Michael's. This is just a little stand that I'm using because in a little bit I'm going to need it. And I'm just going to go ahead and set it aside. The flowers I'm going to be using are going to be all kinds of sorts of peaches and pinks and roses, and I just want to show you what they look like back here a little bit. If you can see them back there, they're all these, you know, here's a good bundle I could show you. They're all these peaches and pinks and whites and kind of creams. And I'm going to be putting some greenery on it. I have two different kinds of greenery I'm going to be using. This one is just absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And then I'm going to be incorporating some ivy in with it. So when I do flowers, it's really hard to plan what you're going to be putting on it because it's how you feel when you're working with it. Let me just go ahead and aim this down here. So when I work with flowers, I start with the greenery and I work my way with it. Tonight I'm going to be putting this little planter, if you may, and it's covered in moss, and we're going to be putting flowers in the center of it also. And I have this foam, which is just a normal foam, and what I did is I measured the bird cage and I cut around it to be able to put it in the center, because this pot right here will be lifted, and I'm going to be putting flowers all the way around the bottom of the bird cage. And but first I have to cover the foam in this. I have this, and it's just a moss pad. I don't know if you can really see it, but it's a greenery. And also you want to cover the sides of this because you don't want the foam to peek through. Even though I'm putting flowers on the bottom, you may be able to see the foam. So I'm going to be putting moss on this first, and then we're going to be putting it into the center, and then I will put the pot on top of that. So that's what we're going to start with right now. So I'm going to take my bird cage and push it to the side. Now I have this box here because this is my moss. It's just some regular preserved, really good for topiary moss. And I'm going to dump it in this box because moss is a complete mess. And I like to keep it contained because if you don't, you waste a lot. So that's what we're going to be starting with. Hi, Anne. Okay, so I have to use the glue gun on this, but most of the stems and everything I'll be dipping into my pot. So you want to take your moss over your box and just put it in here. Save the bag in case you have extra. And you want to tear it apart down here into little pieces because you're going to be gluing it. And this is just like one big glob. Okay. I'm ready to start. So I'm going to take my foam. I'm going to start gluing on the sides here. And it's okay because this glue is really hot. So I'm going to go like 3 inches and then I'm going to put the moss on it. And you want to take the excess off and just glue that right on there. Let me see if I can point this down just a hair more. You guys see that okay? Hi, Pat. Okay, so I'm ready for the next section. And it's okay if it hangs over a little bit right here because it's going to sit down in that bird cage and it just camouflages is all. Makes it look nice and neat. And you want to push it down real hard. And start with the next one. Moss isn't bad to work with as long as it's contained. Hi, Jenny. So I'm just squirting the glue on there. Putting the moss right on top of it. Pat, I don't have a glue pot either. I have to order one. Right now I'm just using a little tiny crock pot, and it works, but you have to turn it on forever before it actually melts the glue. But it's working for me right now. Okay. And this goes pretty quick, y'all. This moss. Okay, so this is what it looks like now. All right. Okay, so now I want to glue this on this flat piece on the top of it. I'm going to put it right up on here. Okay. I need another glue stick. Hi, Jane. We're doing a Victorian bird cage tonight. And if anybody doesn't know who I am, my name is CeCe. And I'm with CesBesWreathsandDecors. And I also have a group that's a free post group. It's not selling. And it's called CeCe's Attic Creations. Cheryl is my moderator. I pay Cheryl to moderate, and she also does a lot of Facebook stuff for me. She'll put her page up there for you. I'm also on YouTube and Instagram. Just want to push it down real good. Make sure all those spots are taken care of. All right. Now I'm going to glue this little guy on the top of it. You want to get it really centered. You want to put a good amount on this guy. Because if you don't, it'll liable to pop off. Okay, just make sure it's centered. All right. Okay, so I cut a little block of foam to put in the center of this, so my flowers will be able to be set in the center of them. So we just want to glue that in there so it stays sturdy. Most of my supplies came from Michael's, y'all. Okay. Let me show you what it looks like. Just looks like that. Now I see a little foam that's peeking through, so I want to cover it up. Moss is real pretty, but it's a mess. Okay. So I'm going to open my bird cage, and we're just going to set this in. Now your glue is going to be a little still hot, so you want to be real careful. Push it on down. Okay, she's in there. Let me just clean this up real quick, and I'll show you what it looks like. Yes, Carmen, the flowers were on sale at Michael's. And we won't need any more of this moss. So just set it aside. And you want to push this down just a hair. You're really not going to see much of it. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to start with some greenery. And I just love this greenery, y'all. Let me just take it off here. This greenery right here came from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to start at the bottom, and then I'm going to work my way up. You want to see how far it goes first. It goes just about right there, and you want to cut it. And we're going to save this because some of that's going on the top. Okay, so this bottom piece, we're going to wire it. You don't need a whole lot of wire, just enough to wrap it, and then you cut it. So you want to start right here where this end piece is, and you're going to wire it in. I'm just going to go through one of these little holes, and it's going to come out. You go through that little loop. And you're going to twist it and twist it. This is not a fern, no. It says a flowering garland is what it's called. They remind me a little of sweet peas. Then you want to cut that off. And you want to bend that down. You don't have to do every single stem because this is pretty sturdy. So I'm going to skip probably about 7 inches and go to the next stem to wire. Yes, I love working with flowers. It's like one of my passions. I love even real flowers, I love. And again, I'm going to go through a hole. Sometimes if you can't get it through, if you bend that wire like a little C, it'll come right out. real tight, and turn, and turn, and turn. Right there. It's hard to see because it's silver. I really wanted to work with silver wire tonight because it camouflages with this bird cage. And then you want to bend that wire back down. The ideal of this garland is it's free flowing. So it hides a lot of, imperfections. Like if I had some of the foam showing, it's not going to show through that. And I'm cutting about 12 inches of wire each time because you want to have a little bit to play with. Thank you. I'm feeling better, guys. I'm feeling better. I had a couple cracked ribs and a torn ligament in my chest, but I'm getting fixed up. I'm feeling better. Thanks for asking. So I'm going to go another 7 and thread this through. Maybe thread this through. It's not liking me. There we go. There it is. Yeah, Carmen, I did do more damage than I thought. Just call me Grace. But it won't keep me down. I'm a tough cookie. Okay, and cut that right off. I know it's kind of hard to see exactly what I'm doing on this wire, guys. I'm trying to show you, but the wire is very camouflaged. This is like a gorgeous, gorgeous garland. Okay, so we're at the very end. You want to make sure you pull that tight. Another 12-inch wire. and do another twist. Thank you, Carmen. And a clip and a bend. And you want to kind of fluff this out a little bit. I mean, y'all, just this alone is just gorgeous. Okay, so now that we got one of the greeneries on, I'm going to start by choosing what I'm going to put in the center. And that will make me decide on what I'm going to put on the bottom. So let's see what we got here. Lots. We got lots, guys. We got lots of goodies. I know I want to do some peaches. So what I'm going to do is start off with some long stems. And these are pretty. These have yellow and a peach in them. Let me show you. You see that peach that's in with that yellow? Just gorgeous. So I'm going to go ahead and cut one of these and measure how far I'm going to have to go down. And go ahead and scrunch that in. So when my top comes out, when these go up here, I will pull them out the top. These are the flowers I will pull out the top. The garland was named flowering garland. No special name. It just says flowering garland. Hi, Diane. I didn't see you come in. What? You guys, I got like a ray of freaking flowers everywhere. I don't even know what I have here. I gotta take some out. See what's going on. Okay. Ooh, these are really pretty. Peaches and yellows. And that was at Hobby Lobby, Carmen. And y'all, I'm taking the leaves off these because they're cheap. I don't like cheap leaves. Thank you, Diane. I like these little, they're almost like yellow, but not really yellow. Pretty. Let's see what else I got in here. These are really cool little greeneries too. They got kind of like peach mixed in with them. Oops, I didn't take the paper off here. And maybe it doesn't come off. I guess that doesn't come off. I bought these daisies, are really pretty. Yeah, gorgeous. Ain't they pretty? I love flowers. They're like, I mean, my husband buys me flowers all the time, so he knows my weakness. Y'all, I have to tell you a story about him. I was laughing so hard I almost peed myself. So he went to Tennessee, and they have a old time pottery there. And last time I was there at Christmas time, I had bought some wreath forms. And I said, oh, and he was with me. I said, oh, babe, you're going to, his motel was right next door. And I said, oh, you have to go to Old Time Pottery and get me some wreath forms. He's like, I don't know what that is. And I said, well, I'll take a picture of it. It's just a wreath form, I told him, you know. Well, maybe this one's too tall. Yeah, I think this is too tall. Now take it back out. And so I said, well, forget it. It's okay. And he says, no, I'll go get them. I said, okay. So he goes, I'm going to call you. And he says, send me a picture. And so I took a picture and I sent it to him. So he gets in there and he goes, I don't find them. I said, they're there. You just got to look. And so he finally finds them, and he's reading like the measurements and everything. And he goes, I'll take a picture. I said, okay, great. Take a picture and I'll look at it. Let's see how that is. And he goes, I said, send it to me. He goes, I don't know how to send it without hanging up on you. I said, well, just push a button on the bottom. Yes, an apple, y'all. And he pushed the button and took the picture. He goes, now I don't know how to get back to you. I said, just push the button. And he couldn't find me. And he kept going on and on and on. You guys, I was peeing myself. He is so, I mean, I know that I'm not like computer savvy. But my husband is the worst. And he's a little colorblind, so he couldn't tell. I told him to get some orange ones for Halloween, you know, because Halloween and fall's coming. And I wanted to get some orange ones. And I said, do they have orange? He says, I don't know. I said, well, what colors do they have? And he said, well, there's one here, but I don't know if it's orange. And I was like, well, what color is it? Is it yellow or is it orange? He goes, I don't know. I was laughing so hard. He just had me laughing, tickled so much. He's so funny. He's just so funny. You guys, that's a good piece of greenery right there. Don't ever throw that away. Let me get a drink. Okay, so now we're going to try to get our little thing here going. Oops, need to move all this stuff. Just want to tip it a little bit so y'all can see it. See this spot right here? I need to get something there. And I said, can you get me some ribbon? Because I seen some ribbon in a photograph. And I said, can you give me some ribbon? He was so funny. He just couldn't get it. He couldn't get what I was trying to tell him. No, I don't want that one. Come back out. I like that. Actually, I think I'm going to put this in there. I'm going to put one of the hydrangeas in there. Right there. So beware if you send your husband shopping for something. He just cracks me up. And he was laughing too, so when he laughs, it makes me laugh more. Because he can't breathe. Okay, Janelle. Thanks for stopping in, hun. Ooh, pretty. You go, girl. You go, Carmen. You tell everybody. Yeah, this one. Okay. I think that's pretty good in the center there. Okay, now I'm going to try to get all these little flowers. Poking through a little bit. do you guys think so far? I want one little thing hanging from there. Just give me 1 second. We'll start on the bottom. Thank you, Nancy. Woo, all these little glue webs. Okay. Let's start on the bottom, y'all. I just love these. So those are some of these are going on the bottom. And some of these. Thank you, Nancy. I haven't even gotten to the top yet. I still got a lot to do yet. This is too long. Don't forget to share, guys, my video, if you would, please. These flowers are in the way. You guys can't see. I'm sorry. Remove them. Hi, Mary. This is what I'm doing, y'all. Some of these stems are hard to cut, boy. And some of these are really hard that it's starting to hurt my wrist. Hi, Kim. Oh, goodness. Really? Hi, Kim. Whoop, that one went flying. Just need a drink, guys. Hi, Morgan. Okay. One more little red piece, and I'm going to go on to the top. Hi, Morgan. Thanks for stopping in, girl. Haven't seen you in a while. Okay. Okay. Let me show you what it looks like so far. This one's too long. Just like your garden, if it's too long, y'all, just cut it. Missing one right there. Okay. Let me clean up just a sec. Where is my garland that I had? Oh, what did I do with my garland? Oh, here it is. Okay, so now I'm going to start from the top. See where I want to put this. Right about to there. I need to wire it. What do I do with my garbage can? Guys, I'm just all messed up here. Oh, there it is, way over there. Everybody still with me? What did I use, Cheryl? I'm confused. Oh, goodness. Okay, so I have like a little tiny circle here. I'm going to slip that through. And pull that tight. And now for my big flower. Yes, I do concentrate when I do crafts. I'm sorry, y'all. When you do your mesh, you can talk a lot more and tell everybody, you know, the square footage and all that of ribbon. And but when you're doing flowers, it's like you're in your own little world. I don't know quite where I want to put her yet. I think I'm going to put it there. My crock pot is like, I think 6 ounce, six. It's a small one. I don't remember it exactly, but it only holds 2 chicken breasts. That's all I can tell you. It's a 2-person crock. No, it does not have a light bulb. It's actually plugged in. But y'all, I don't recommend that crock pot for your glue. I'm just using it because I couldn't get a glue pot. I plan on getting a glue pot, a glue skillet or whatever it's called. I just had to get something to hold me off. Yeah, I definitely want something to control the temperature. No, I don't like that. No, I don't like that either. Okay. All right. So I'm done with the flowers. You guys are probably saying finally, right? I really want to incorporate these. I want to see if I can get them in there. These are lights. And I think if I can get them in there, I think it'll be really pretty. I just don't know yet until I get them on. I don't know. What do you guys think about the lights? Nay or yay? I don't like them. Do you guys like them? I don't like them. I think it's just, yeah, I don't like it. So I'm taking those off. Scratch that. I think if it was a clear birdhouse, then it would be cute. But since it's not, it's just too much. So scratch that one. Okay, so I bought some butterflies and a bird. And a nest. Those lights were bought at Hobby Lobby. I had them for a long time though, Diane. Isn't this a cute little nest? Look at this nest, y'all. It has like a little feather on it. You see that little feather right here? So cute. The lights were from Hobby Lobby. I think I want the nest down here. I'll just use my glue gun on that. Thank you, Judy. Let me show you where I put it, y'all. Cute, huh? I've got a couple different butterflies. I'm not really sure which one I want to use, but I want to put a couple on here. Not a whole lot, but guys, I got these butterflies on clearance for 74 cents. Isn't that pretty? 74 cents. You can't even get a pack of gum for 74 cents. And these have wires on the bottom of them, and I'm just wrapping it around there. And you can't even see that wire. It's so kind of camouflaged in this bird cage. Thank you, Diane. You always buy too much for your project that you always do, because you just don't know what's going to come to your mind at that particular point. I always overbuy flowers because I don't know what I'm going to do. I might feel I just want to put a couple on, or I might feel like I want to just, put a lot in it. And tonight I just put a lot in it. The butterflies are from Michael's, yes. Try it again. There we go. Yes, thanks everybody for joining us. I'm sorry it's taken so long, y'all. But flowers take a long time. Put a little glue right there. All right, let me just get out of this mess right here so you all can see the finished project. Y'all need to be careful with those butterflies because I just broke one. Their wing, I broke a wing. All these little webs. Let me see if I can. And that's it, guys. I hope you liked it. Okay, y'all. Well, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. And thanks all for sticking around. I know it took a long time. But my husband is ringing me off the hook. So I'm going to say night for now. Take care, everybody. Thanks for coming.